Good morning, students. Welcome to PC YouTube channel. I am Chaitra here. Today, I will be explaining the science topic for 6th standard students. In the previous session, we have learnt two chapters. Chapter 1, Food, where does it come from? And Chapter 2, Components of Food. Today, we shall learn Chapter 3, Fiber to Fabric. Okay, let's start. Here, Chapter 3, Fiber to Fabric. Okay, Fiber to Fabric. It's a third chapter. Let's start. Fally and Boji won the first prize in a science quiz competition. In this school has organized for a science quiz competition. Fally and Bujo has participated in that. They have a science competition in the school. Okay. Next, they were excited and decided to use the prize money. What they are excited means they are participating in the science quiz competition. They are excited to participate in that quiz competition, and they have decided what to do with the prize money. They are confident with their win. Okay, prize money to buy clothes for their parents, and they have won the competition and they have decided to take a clothes for their parents, which they have won the prize money. In that money they want to buy some clothes to their parents. When they saw a large varieties of cloth material, they got confused. In a figure 3.2, as shown in a figure 3.1, they were got confused. Okay, when you go to cloth shop or a markets, you will be like confused because what to buy, and what type of cloth we have to buy, which size of cloth we have to buy, will be some confusing. So like you also, there were two kids, right? They were also in a confusion when they go to a cloth shop. They got confused. The shopkeeper, there will be a shopkeeper, he explained that some cloths or fabrics were cotton, some were synthetic. The shop, when they entered to the shop, the shopkeeper explained. As you all saw that when you go for a shop, you want to buy some clothes, he will be explaining the new trending clothes are these, and the cotton clothes are very good, and the synthetic clothes will be very good, and the size they will be explaining, and how the pattern of the clothes they will be explaining. They will be explaining the different varieties of clothes also. Same like that only, uh, here the shopkeeper also will be explaining the children about some cloths or fabrics where they cotton and some were synthetic. Okay, there are different types of varieties in clothes. He was explaining. Okay, he also had woolen muffler and shawls. And here the shopkeeper also was saying woolen mufflers and shawls. He was explaining how was it there. And there were many silk sarees also. There were many silk sarees as well. In that shop, in one shop there will be lots of different varieties of clothes. Some shops has only silk sarees, and only they will be kept for sarees, and other will be like chudidars and jeans tops, and other varieties of clothes which nowadays is trending. They'll keep everything. Here they were around of wear every varieties of clothes. Okay, they wear many of us silk sarees as well. Fally and Bujo, here they both went to work shop, right? Cloth shop. Here Fally and Bujo felt very excited. They were excited to buy the clothes for their parents, and by seeing all the clothes also they were excited to buy the clothes. They touched and felt the different fabric. When they touched the cloth, they felt some difference in fabric. Okay, there will be different types of cloths. We'll see in the next what types of cloths we can observe here. Okay, finally they brought a woolen muffler. Finally, what they brought? Woolen muffler and cotton saree. They brought a woolen muffler, maybe for their father or a grandfather or grandmother, whatever. And they brought a saree. It was a cotton saree. Here they took a woolen woolen muffler, which is made up of cotton, and here cotton saree. Here they brought a cotton saree. After they visit to the cloth shop, Fally and Bujo begins to notice various fabrics in their surrounding. When they went to cloth shop, they went to a cloth shop, right? When they went to a cloth shop, they begins to notice. They observe some different types of fabrics. They were there in a surrounding, because when you go for a shop here, this was the they were visiting the shop, not exactly. When you go for a shops also, you can observe like this. I will show you a picture. Okay, here here there will be a shop. Okay, when you enter the shop, you can see the different types of clothes. Here also you can notice it. Here you can notice in the 3.4 they are showing the a cloth shop. It is a cloth shop. You can see here it is a sari. Here they have arranged some of the boxes which are kept in the cloths, which are kept in the boxes, and these are the shirts, cloths, and different types of cloths they both have. So next, after entering and they were seeing varieties of fabrics around there, they found that there is a bed sheet also. You can see in the shops also bed sheet, blankets, curtains, tablecloths, towels, and dusters were made from a different kinds of fabric. All these things which we are using in our daily lives, it's all made of different types of fabrics. You can observe with your parents dresses also. Your father wearing a shirts and a pant, the clothes will be different, and your mother wearing a sari like a georgette, silk, and other cotton saris, there will be different types of fabrics. They too have observed all these clothes in the shop. What all they were observing? Bed sheets, blankets, curtains, tablecloths, towel, and duster were made from a different fabrics. Okay, even their school bags and ginny bags were made from some kind of fabrics. Nowadays your bags will be designing very beautifully, and its fabric will be also very different from one bag to the another bag. Okay, so you can see it with your bag also. They tried identifying their fabric as cotton, wool, silk, or synthetic. They were trying to observe that whether they are cotton, wool, silk, or synthetic, or other any different fabric also. They were trying to observe it. Can you also identify some fabric? If you know any by touching the fabrics, if you come to know which the fabric is, if you can know, just comment me below. Moving towards the 3.1, varieties in fabric. There are different types of varieties in fabric. We'll go through it in this chapter. Okay. First, we'll do one activity. In the activity 1, we'll start with activity 1. Just visit a nearby tailoring shop. There will be a many tailoring shop near your house, right? Or a fancy shop, cloth shop, whatever it may be. Not only a tailor shop. Okay, here we can go with the easy ways, tailor shop. When you go for a tailor shop, visit the tailor shop, collect cuttings of the fabrics left over after stitching. Just when we go to the tailor shop, just ask your tailor uncle that which he have cutted the cloth. Just take a pieces, small pieces you can collect from the tailor shop. Okay, which they have left for after stitching and all. There will be some pieces of the different fabrics also, you can collect that. Okay, the next, feel and touch each pieces of a fabric. Then take a different types of fabric, and by touching you can feel a varieties of fabrics. By touching only there will be different touches in a cloth. So now try to label some of the fabrics as cotton, silk, wool or synthetic. After taking those cloth pieces, you take one chart or a paper or your any notebook which you want to do activity. You take one book, stick it all the pieces, line arrange them in a vertical or a horizontal manner. Then you label it down. By asking a tailor man, you can write it down, which fabric you are sticking in your book. Okay, it may be a cotton, it may be a silk, it may be wool, or it may be a synthetic one. After asking for help from the tailor, do you wonder what these different fabrics are made of? If you know, comment me below. When you look at the fabric, it seems a continuous pieces. Now look at it closely. What do you notice in a figure 3.2? This is a figure 3.2. It is a piece of cloth. What is it is? It is a piece of cloth which who have taken this? Two children, which is Fally and Poji has taken this piece of a cloth from the tailor. They were observing the piece of a cloth from the closely they were observing it. Okay, here you can see they were closely observing it. You can also observe it. I will show the another one picture of it. Okay, this is a shop where you are going, and this is a picture. You can observe here there is a vertical and horizontal rows, always also a columns they have made the lines like this. This is a fabric. You can also observe with your clothes which you have collected also. Just observe it closely, you will get some difference. Next, what do you notice in figure point 3 is a what is that? Enlarged view piece of the fabric. It is a enlarged view. You can also observe from your clothes also. You can just observe by keeping your clothes near to your eyes. You can also observe some views in your fabrics. Okay. Next, moving towards the activity 2. Select a piece of a cotton fabric. First, you have to collect some cotton fabric. You labeled in activity 1. You have taken some cloth pieces, right? From the by asking your tailor which fabric it is, you have noted it also in the picture you have pasted. You have written it down that which is a cotton, or it is a silk, or it is a wool, or it is a synthetic. So you have to take some piece of it which you have done in activity 1. You had to carry on with the activity 2 also. Here which you have written the cotton cloth, you have to take that cloth, then label it which you have labeled in activity 1. Now try to find loose thread for iron at one edge and pull it out. When you take a cloth, cotton cloth, just go to its corner part, like it is a corner part. It's a corner part, right? Then pull it. Pull it from the edge of it as shown in a 3.3. Here 3.3 they are showing. It's a 3 point. How they are pulling the corner part. You have to take the cotton cloth and you have to do it. I will show you how it's look. Okay, it is the different type. I have noted here some of the fabrics. It's a type of the fabrics. I have listed some of the cloths like cotton, velvet, jersey, silk, wool, denim, satin, jacquard, linen, rayon, chiffon, chenille, baize, and chermisi, chiot, and dimity, drilling, felt, twill, uh, poplin and georgette. These are some of the types of fabrics. Here from this I am taking which part of the which piece of the cloth is I am taking cotton. First I will take a cotton. Okay. After taking cotton, I will take a cotton piece which I have collected from the activity 1. I will take that cloth, then at the corner of this point, here also you can see a white color of cotton cloth. This I will take. You can take other linen, wool, leather, silk, nylon, whichever you likes to take, you can take it. Okay. I will take this, then I will go the cotton piece, then I will take a piece of it. It's a cotton piece, right? Then what I will do? I will take the edge thread, then I will pull like this. What they are saying, just take a cotton cloth which you have collected from the tailor, just go to the piece of the corner, then pull the little thread. You will get like this. I am showing here, right? You will get thread like this. Then, sorry, just you take a thread like this. Then wands are visible. What you can visible? You can visible the wands are visible. You can gently pull one out with a pin or a needle. Okay, I will show you a pin which you use the pin or a needle. We are using a pins. We are using a pin like this. Here you can see this is the removing the thread or what you are doing with this pin means you are removing the thread. This is the pin as you saw in your houses also. This is the thread and this is the yarn which you are removing from the cotton cloth. Okay. Next, we find that a fabric is made up of yarn arranged together. One and one they have arranged in a line manner like this. Okay, you can see by the closer way only how they are arranged, but you can't see from the far. It will be arranging like this. It will look like the cloth was arranging in this manner. Okay, you can observe it. What are these ants made of? Now, it's we know that ants are cloths are made up of ants. Ants. After that, how the ants are made up of, we'll see the next. Okay. Next, 3.2. Here we'll go for fiber. Fibre will go for activity 3. Fabric, and take out a yarn when you have removed for yarn from the corner, right? Then take out it out. You remove the yarn. Take out a yarn from a piece of a cotton fabric. Okay, place this piece of yarn on the table. Just you take a yarn and put it on the table. Place it on the table. Now press one end of the yarn with your thumb. How you can see here, they are pressing the one end of the yarn by their thumb finger. Okay, by their thumb finger they are doing this activity. Then stretch the other end of the yarn. You have to pull the other end of the yarn. First place a thumb finger on the one side of the thread, then pull it from the other side. Okay, stretch it one end of the yarn and along with the length with your nails as shown in the figure 3.4. Just do it by how they are showing in this picture also. Splitting the yarn into a standards. Standards means I have shown here. I will show you. This is the standards. What is this? This is the standards what we are getting. Okay. These are the strands what we are getting. After pulling, we will get the strands. Next, here 3.5 shows us that iron split into the thin strands. What it split into? It split into thin strands. Okay. Next, you might have observed something similar when you try to thread a needle. When you try to thread a needle, you will get some of the observations. I hope you all see these observations. Many a time, the end of the thread is separated into a few thin strands. This make it different to pass the thread through the eyes of the needle. Here I will show you one. Here I have showed you the this is the pin, right? This is the pin. This is the pin. When you are putting the pin into this needle, sometimes the thread will split into two like this. It is split into two. It is very difficult to put into this needle. So this is the needle what we are using for a stitching. Here what they are saying means it is difficult. Sometimes it is difficult to do those things. Here thread thread through the eyes of the needle. The thin strands of the thread that we see are made up of still thinner strands called fibers. What are fibers? Thin strands of a thread. They are made up of thread that we see are made up of still thinner strands. What they are made up of? Still thinner strands. So what they are called? They called a fibers. Fabrics are made up of yarns. Here still thinner strands are made up of, and they are called as fibers, and fabric is made up of a yarn and yarn are further made up of fibers. Okay, first fabric is made up of yarn, then further what the yarn becomes and made up of fibers. Here, where do these fibers come from? Now the question will be arise there. We have seen how the ants comes, and the ants come from fibers, and now ants are further made up of fibers. Fibers, where do these fibers come from? We'll see. Okay, the fibers of some fabric such as cotton, jute, silk, and wool are obtained from the plants. This type of cotton, jute, silk, and wool come from the animals and plants. Cotton and jute come from the cotton come from the plants, right? You have all seen the cotton plants, right? And some wool and all cotton come from jute come from the animals. Silk also come from insects, means animals. Okay. They are called natural fibers. Here what are the natural fibers means cotton, jute, silk, wool are obtained from the plants as well as animals. These are called as natural fibers. Okay. Next, cotton and jute are the examples of fibers. Fibers obtained from the plant, wool, silk, fabrics are obtained from the animals. Wool is obtained from the fleek of the sheep or a goat. Wool it comes from the sheep or a goat. It is also obtained from the hair of the rabbits, yak, and camel, and other animals like hairs of the rabbit, okay, and yak and a camel. Okay, silk fibers. Where does it silk fiber come from? Silk fiber is drawn from the cocoon of a silkworm. There will be a silkworm. It will be small insect. It will be small insect. The fibers will be come from the silk will be fiber will come from the silkworms. Okay, for those for thousands of years, natural fabrics were the only ones available for making a fabrics. In the last 100 years, or as fabrics are also made from the chemicals. Nowadays what happening means the cloths are made from the chemical. So to prepare a natural fibers we need a thousand years, and also last 100 years, at least we need 100 years to prepare a cloths from the natural fibers like wool and all. We need a thousands of years. So nowadays they are using chemicals to make a fabrics. Substances which are not obtained from the plants or animal source, they are synthetic fibers, which are not coming from the natural, means like animals or plants. They are not a natural one, they are called as synthetic fabrics. Okay, some examples of synthetic fibers are polyester, neon nylon and acrylic. They are some of the synthetic fabrics are polyester, nylon and acrylic. Okay, these are the fabrics which are synthetically, not a natural fabrics. Okay, let's move to 3.3. Some plants fabric. Here some plant fabrics are cotton, as we have seen in the previous. Here we have learned that natural fabrics, which are the natural fabrics. Okay, here we'll take a cotton. Have you ever made wicks for an oil lamp? Yeah, in home you all can see that mother will lamp the oil. They will put the oil for a lamp, means they rack a mix a oil and a lamp from the cotton also. Okay, then only the lamp will the light will come from the lamp. So what do you use for a making a wicks? We use the cotton, right? So this cotton wool is also used for filling mattress, coils and pillows. We use this cotton for making up pillows, beds, different types of rollers and etc. For a decoration purpose also they use more it. Take some cotton wool, pull it apart and look at its edge. What do you observe? The small thin strands that you can see are made up of a cotton fabrics. Okay, where does this cotton come from? Where does, you all know, right? Where does it cotton come from? The cotton come from the plants. These are the plants. How they look, a cotton plant. This is the cotton plant, how it is looking. This is the cotton plants field. How the people are which are working in a cotton plants, they will be like this, and they will be removing the cotton from the plant. That you see are made up of cotton fabrics. Where does the cotton wool come from? It's come from a tree. It is grown in a field. Sorry, plant. The cotton come from plant. It is grown in the fields. Cotton plants are usually grown at the places having a black soil. You have to observe this. The cotton plants will usually grow at the places having the black soil, because their fertility and the growth will be very good in a black soil and a warm climate. It should be a warm climate. Okay, the where does the cotton plants grows means more usually grows at the place of black soil and warm climate. Okay, can you name some state of the country where a cotton is grown? Take this as activity. Just you collect some information where all the cotton grows and which all the state you can mention, or a country you can mention me in my comment box also. Okay, try to do this activity. The fruits of the cotton plant, cotton balls, we call it as cotton balls, are about the size of a lemon. The cotton balls, how much before the cotton comes, there will be a cotton plants, right? The cotton plants first leave the flower with the cotton balls, we call it as. There will be a size, which size? There will be a size in a lemon size. After maturing, the balls burst open and the seeds covered with the cotton fibers. Can you see here? Here, can you see? Here, they are looking. First, they will be a balls. Then, when they burst open, they become a cotton. The seeds will be a busted. I will show you a picture here. Here, you can see, right? See here, you can see the cotton seeds are bursted, then they open the mouth, they gives the cotton here. We'll move next. Next, seen a cotton field that is ready for picking. After bursting, you can pick up the cotton. It looks like a field covered with the snow. You can also look like the climate will be like the cotton looks like a there is a fall snow is around the field. No, it is a cotton what we see. Figure 3.6 as shown in the figure 3.6. It is a field of a cotton plants. It looks like a snow is falling down. Okay. From these balls, cotton is usually picked by the hands. Usually, the cotton was picked from the plants by the hands only. Nowadays, there is a machines and tractors and all. Okay. In older days also, they were picking the cotton from the hands only. Uh, Fibers are then separated from the seeds by combining this process is called ginning. Ginning of a cotton, and ginning was traditionally done by the hands as shown in the 3.7. Ginning of a cotton, they will be removing the cotton from the hands and it is a ginning one, was traditionally done by the hands. These days, machineries are also used for ginning. Ginning means it's taking up cotton from out from the plants. It's a ginning. Next, we'll go for a jute plant. Jute fibers is obtained from the stem of the jute plant. How did the jute come from? The jute come from a jute plant. It come from the stem of the jute plant. They are not like a seeds. They come from the stem of the jute plant. As shown in the figure 3.8. It's a jute plant. It is cultivated during the rainy season. The cotton come from the cotton plant, and it is from the it's grown in a warm climate. But here it is opposite to the cotton plant. Jute plant comes in a rainy season. Sorry, during the rainy season, the plant they put seeds in a rainy season. In India, jute is mainly grown in a West Bengal. Here, where can we see the jute more means in India? It's a West Bengal, Bihar and Assam. Here we can see the jute more in India is West Bengal, Bihar and Assam. The jute plant is normally harvested when it is at the flowering stage. When did the jute plant is normally harvested means when the we grow put the flowering stage. When it comes in a flowering stage, the jute will be plants is normally harvested. The stems of these harvested plants are immersed in a water for a few days. The stems, root and fibers are separated by the hands. Here they are using the hands to separate all the stem and fibers of these stem root. Okay, how the cotton is done? Cotton is also done in the same format by hands only they can done. Here, to make a fabrics, all these fibers are first converted into yarn. First, all this, it may be a cotton, it may be yarn, it may be a jute, it may be whatever cloth. It first it is converted into a yarn like thread like structure, as you can see here, making a yarn from the cotton. This like thread like they are making it yarn. How it is done? Okay, how it is done, uh, in we'll see in the next session. Okay, first they are taking what they are taking. First they have taking the cotton and jute plants stems and flowering of it, and then make into a yarn. Okay, in the today's session we have learnt some of the fabrics which we are using in our daily life. And here the two children's, which are who are the two children's, Fally and Bujo went to the cloth shop to take a cloth for their parents, which they have won the money, prize money from the science quiz competition. They went to a shop to buy a clothes. Then they have seen a varieties of clothes in the shop, and the shopman has shopper has said that there are different types of cloths or fibers, fabrics they can see in a shop. And they done a one activity. That the first activity was they have noted some of the clothes which they have collected from the tailor shop, the pieces they have sticked in their notebook, and they wrote their names in their notebook. Then they have picked one cotton cloth from the that which they have collected from the tailor. They have taken the cotton pieces from their notebook, and they have gone through the activity too. By observing the closer view, they have observed some of the lines or ants from that cloth. Then they move towards the third activity. As shown in the third activity, there is a third activity they have done, means how they have splitted the thread. First keeping the thumb finger at the one end of the thread, and the second figure they were dragging the thread by their nails, and they observed that they were splitting of the threads. Next, they have moved to the how the cotton comes and the jute comes. What are the types of the fabrics they were using in a daily life, and what they have done, from the way did the cotton and the what the source of it. They have gone through the source of it, and the where does the cotton come from, and where does the jute come from. And by first what they have done with the cotton and the jute is they have made a yarn means they have make a thread like structure from their cotton as or a cloth which they have dyed. Okay, we'll see the next session what we'll do for a spinning cloth cotton yarn. We have splitted, right? From that what we can do, we'll see in the next session. Thank you, students. I hope you understand this chapter. Half of this chapter will go through the remaining chapter in the next class. Thank you.